Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, I'm down to do Tuesday. Yeah.
Here anyway.
Tone check. Tone check.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We're at Smash Showcases. Welcome. We're on stage 2 right now, and we're live. We had just an awesome session with Steve Borne, everyone. Very talented artist.
Thank you very much.
One of
That
the
was fun.
best. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This place is awesome. They don't care about you, that your family's at stake.
No politics. Yeah.
No politics.
Well, it's not that no politics. The guy wants to start talking about how many grilled cheese sandwiches you can get instead of getting tanks. And I'm like,
Right, one Abrams M1 tank costs $24 million, and you could feed 16 million kids grilled cheese sandwiches. It's priorities. We don't need 30 new Abrams M1s every year.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. Why are you should be protesting right now. Why are you?
Yeah, what are
This
you
is
doing
how,
here?
this is how I'm protesting. You're a tally, nothing more. Think you're even in the score. Stab your brother in the back and watch him bleed out on the floor. This shit never ends. This tear never mends. It's all just a lie. We're watching it die.
Sounds like you've been in the music game for a while. Could you talk to me about when you started and how you started?
I guess around 9 or 10 years old, I heard the Beatles, and I begged my parents to buy me and my brother guitars so we could be like, John and Paul or whatever. And they went to Sears and they bought us a couple guitars. My brother never once touched his, but I kind of got the bug. I'm like a lot of musicians, I fell in love with gear because the gear is a way to tell a story.
Yeah.
And so that's what I've been doing.
Is that like a goal going into like the creative process? Like you're just like, all right, I'm going to tell a story.
Most of the time, songs just come to me,
Nice.
right? It's like I'm strumming my guitar, and then all of a sudden I think of some lyric, and that lyric leads to the next lyric, to the next lyric. I refine over a period of months when I'm writing, but the first draft usually comes out in hours, not months. I want people to get through the 3 minutes and feel like I just watched a movie. I want to tell that story, and I want people to be moved by it. And honestly, I think if you're a songwriter and a musician right now, there's so much important stuff in the world to tell stories about. You have to be out there doing this. You have to use your talent, use your art, use your guitar to make a difference. The 1 point ruling class. They'd lay you down in broken glass. They want you kneeling in a ditch. They rob the poor to feed the rich.
Today's the No Kings protest, and we were talking about how this is the way to protest. Like this is how you protest.
I had to walk through Times Square to get down here. And part of me is like, yeah, I want to be here. I want to be part of the protest. And then part of me is like, oh, wait, I'm going to do my part for the protest. This shit never ends. This hair never mends. It's all just a lie. We're watching it die. More of us than there are of them. There's more of us than there are of them. There's more of us than there are of them.
When does a song become a protest song?
It starts with the idea of what I want to write about, right? So I did want to write about protest, and with the song called 1P, which is short for 1%, if anybody didn't get that. But the song called 1P, I did want to write about class inequality and income inequality. My songs, those two, started out as protest songs. But I think it's really important to know that if you believe something else, I want to hear your protest song. I want to hear your version of the way I tell a story, because that open dialogue is what fixes problems, right? Conversations. Most of my friends who voted differently than I did are still friends of mine. They're still people I care about. Hopefully they hear my song and go, oh, hey, Steve, that's interesting, but I think this. And then we go back and forth. The problem in the world right now is we're so fucking polarized that nobody wants to talk to anybody.
No one wants to talk to each other.
You say I voted for candidate X and people just start screaming.
Yeah.
And it's just not fair. It's not the way it's supposed to be.
And I think it's really cool you bring up a point of like, oh, I want to hear your protest song. And it's almost like a new form of communication that you have with these people that may not agree with you, or maybe they do agree with you, but in a more nuanced way. It's cool that music does
I
that.
respond to music, right? So if somebody wrote a really worthy, good protest song that was a different viewpoint than mine,
sure,
I would hear it differently than if they're just sitting in my face yelling at me about it.
Yeah, I'd rather hear a protest song than get yelled at, for sure.
And the papers were filled with lies of the day, so they send the young man to the front line to pay. With blood on his hands and death in his eyes, he's fighting for country, but he doesn't know why. Old men in their towers, they'll toast to the fight, but the young man's in a strange land and it's dark here at night. Yeah, the young man will march with that flag in the air, but it's not for the country, no, the country don't care. It's a game the old men play with young men in harm's way, and the wives and mothers are left to sit and pray, and the truth turns to ash, just young men die alone, as the march of the mighty carves names into stone. A lot of my music is about how we are separated, but not separated red and blue, not separated Republican and Democrat. We're separated sort of on a class structure.
100%.
This country right now, as much as I love it, it can be much better. And the way to make it better is to fix some of this income inequality that we have. Mm-hmm. Spend a little more money on school lunches, a little less on tanks.
100%.
Yeah.
I think of March of the Mighty. What's the topic exploring there? How you came up with this story that you tell? March
of the Mighty is pro-soldier, anti-war. Every war that's ever fought, someone's going to say it's a just war, and the other side may say it's an unjust war. There may be reasons to go fight a war. There may be reasons to do that, but we have to make that decision very, very carefully. We're the sons and daughters of this nation. And how are we being treated by our parent, the nation? Yeah. And that's what March of the Mighty is about. Yeah, the young man will march with that flag in the air, but it's not for the country, and no, the country don't care. It's a game the old men play with young men in harm's way, and the wives and mothers are left to sit and pray, and the truth lies obscure beneath the seat of the throne, as the march of the mighty carves names into stone.
You're raising money for...
A March of the Mighty raises money with every view and donations for the Wounded Warrior Project, which is a lot of fun. The 3 songs we played today, plus a few more, will be hitting the Steve Borne Music website really shortly. Please follow me on Instagram if you'd like to, because there's a lot of cool music coming out. Thank you very much.
Of course, awesome. Steve Borne, everyone. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Smash
Showcases.